Narayana Health is the corporate on our radar today. The company's Q3 performance was quite strong. Margin growth was the key highlight, with an improvement both year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter. And it was aided by improving mix and as well as cost efficiency. To discuss occupancy levels in Q4, we're joined by Sandhya J, the Group Financial Officer, Chief Financial Officer at Narayana Health. Sandhya, thanks a lot for joining in on the show. I want to, before talking about the numbers overall, there are 3 new hospitals, right? There's the SRCC in Mumbai, Gurugram and Dharamshila, as well as, the growth has been pretty good this time. Revenues have gone up 17%. Mumbai has almost broken even. I just want to understand that for these 3 new hospitals, will things get better from here? And in terms of a timeline, when do you think the margins for these can reach double digits? I think it's around 7.5% now.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me here.
Sure.
Answering on I think I'll start with the new hospitals. We have been able to bring a reasonable turnaround in the hospitals, especially the 2 hospitals in Delhi have reasonably turned around. Dharamshila is already double-digit, Gurugram is already there. So we believe that the Delhi cluster, the 2 new hospitals in Delhi will be double-digit next year. Mumbai is close to break-even. It will take little more time. I want to take a little, like 30 seconds and explain the Mumbai model. The Mumbai model is a extremely unique model where we've invested the best of the equipments, we have the best of the doctors coming in, and a significant patient load that we treat are people that come from underprivileged backgrounds. So we keep that balance of paying patients and patients who come from underprivileged background. It's a children's hospital, so it saves the lives of so many children who otherwise would not have had access to that care. So it's a very difficult and unique model to crack. It's not like-to-like comparable to other children's hospitals, but we are very proud of the work that gets done in our SRCC Children's Hospital, and we are sure that we will be able to turn it around. It'll be a little more slower than what you would normally expect, but we are sure we'll be able to turn it around. Maybe we need more than maybe a year or so. We need to be able to get to, a better margin profile than what we are able to report now.
Okay, so it'll take a year or so. I'm sure you are very proud, and I must say that even I'm very proud of the work that's being done at the SRCC Children's Hospital. Unfortunately, I had to visit that hospital as well last year for my own child, and it's exceptional the way, things are progressing there and the work that you folks are doing. But I just want to understand overall, what are the current occupancies that Narayana is seeing, and what are the footfalls tracking at? What do you think you could end the year with?
Sure. So this quarter 3 is supposed to be, a little bit of a lean quarter, but we were tracking total footfall of about 630,000 patients in quarter 3, and quarter 4 normally recovers from quarter 3. So we are hoping that quarter 4 will be better than quarter 3 in terms of footfall. As far as the occupancy is concerned, we have always said that occupancy is not the right measure to look at, because a lot of the work that happens in the hospital happens during the day, happens outside of the beds, and happens, and occupancy looks at midnight. If a patient has, it looks at midnight occupancy. So it's not the right measure, but I think it gives an indication. So we, at a midnight occupancy level, we'll be about 60%. We swing 3-4% this way, that way, depending on the seasonality, etc. And we believe that we will be able to maintain and grow this occupancy going into Q4 and the year. So at the moment, the demand flow is healthy.
All right. Hi, Sandhya. Good morning. And, good to hear about the focus on SRCC. I haven't visited the hospital, but, during COVID, I reached out to the staff out there, and they were very, very helpful on the phone line. So good on you. Unfortunately, we track the stock market, so we need a couple of numbers then on business as well. So let's focus on that. International patients as a percentage of your total business, how much is it? Has it returned back to pre-COVID levels? And what's the growth trajectory you're looking at from here on, Sandhya?
Sure. So international patients for Q3 was about 7.6%. It has been in that trajectory for 2-3 quarters now, and I think it'll continue in that range. I'm not sure if we will return to pre-COVID levels of international patients, because we've spoken about it in our investor calls and our earlier interactions as well, that there is a certain chunk of business that we have stopped doing, which comes through the referral stream of international patients. So we have stopped doing that. Because of that, that piece of business is not going to return, but we are seeing a steady flow of our regular international patients who keep coming. So in this range, we believe we will be 7.5 up, plus or minus. That is the range of international patients, and I think that will hold steady. The growth, because the overall top line is growing and the international patients are also growing, so the percentage will hold steady, but we will grow on the international patient side as well.
Okay. Can you tell us for the next 1 to 2 years, what do you plan to do with the cash on the books? I think you're sitting with around 560 odd crores. And out of the guided capex of 1,000 crores, you've spent about 700 crores already. What is the plan henceforth?
So we've guided the capex of 1,000 crores for this year as well as next year. So we will use the 1,000 crores of capex for this year. Of course, the payment will happen and capitalization will happen with a lag. So, it will come into the books with a lag, but we will incur the 1,000 crores for this year. And likewise, we will incur the 1,000 crores for next year as well. The big chunk where the capex for next year is going in is there is a certain replacement capex that we will have to spend, which we keep doing every year. There is also an investment happening in Cayman. We've spoken about it before. So that there are two parts to that investment. One is a radiation block, which is going live this quarter, end of this quarter. So that is the first part of the investment. But the second one is the 50-bed hospital that is coming up in the Cayman Bay area. So that investment will pick up, and that we propose to complete sometime next year. So there is a significant investment that is going into that. And thirdly, we have, as we have stated, that we would like to build in Bangalore, Calcutta. So we will do a greenfield in Calcutta where we will buy land and build. And in Bangalore, we have land within our city campus itself, so we will build. So there is that chunk going. And then we are also doing capacity expansions across our hospitals. So we are adding onco blocks, we are adding BMT beds, we are adding various types of capacities that help improve the occupancy within the existing facility. So there is a lot of work happening on that. So there is a chunk of capital allocated to that. In all, about 1,000 crores we will spend next year also.
All right, Sandhya, great speaking with you. Thank you very much for your time. And appreciate you joining in on the program today. Thank you indeed. All right, the market